2度目のトミー・ジョン手術から順調に回復し今シーズン投手として復帰予定の大谷選手。気になるのは復帰登板はいつになるのかどのような起用法になるのか。2度目のトミー・ジョン手術から復活した例が少ないのが心配な点ですが、ドジャースネーションの番組で DMAC ことダグマケイン氏が改めて大谷選手の偉大さとともに語っていました。
First thing I want to say is all of our thoughts, prayers go out to everyone that has been impacted by the fires here in Southern California. Really, there are no words to describe this tragedy, this situation. I live in the heart of Hollywood. I evacuated a couple days ago, and it's just unbelievable. It's really incomprehensible, everything that has transpired in the last few days, but our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone that's been impacted, and definitely as a community, it is just very, very difficult and in some dark times here down in Southern California. But let's talk some Dodger baseball. Let's switch gears to Shohei Otani, because a report came out in Forbes, and it was not surprising, but to have this officially once again proves why Shohei Otani's contract with the Dodgers is, in my opinion, going to go down as the best contract that any team has signed a player to in the history of professional sports. This is from Forbes. It said in 2024, the Dodgers added 12 Japanese-based partners and a total of $70 million in incremental sponsorship revenue thanks to 30-year-old superstar Shohei Otani, according to sports research firm Sponsor United. So Shohei Otani was responsible for $70 million in incremental sponsorship revenue. My man paid for himself and then some. In year one, he was a massive success. And one thing I want to say about this, I hate how people out there act like the Dodgers took advantage of Shohei Otani, or they fleeced Shohei Otani when he agreed to defer 97% of his contract, when he deferred $680 million of his $700 million contract. No, Shohei Otani presented the Dodgers with that contract. Shohei Otani presented every team that he was considering that contract. Why? Because one, he makes his own bag through endorsements, $50, $70, $80 million per year. He makes in endorsements by himself more than any player makes with their current contracts. That includes guys like Juan Soto. So one, he's already getting paid the most money without even cashing any of his checks that are coming from the Dodgers. And then two, he wanted to win. He put his money where his mouth is. He put his bank account where his mouth is. He did that because he wanted to put the team that he signed with in the best position to surround him with talent, to surround him with elite players that can help him win championships. He listened to every single team pitch him on how they would win a World Series and how they would be contenders. He believed that the Dodgers would do it, and he was right. He took the Dodgers sales job. He said, you know what? These guys know what they're doing. He said, I'm going to bet on the Dodgers. I trust the Dodgers. And he was 100% right. The Dodgers, they delivered him a World Series championship in year one. So really, really epic stuff for Shohei Otani and what he's done for this organization that's allowing them to operate at the highest level, to operate and compete at the top of the market, to be in the mix for top free agents, to go out there and sign Blake Snell after you had just signed Yamamoto to a $325 million contract and traded for and extended Tyler Glasnow for a deal over $136 million, to bring back Teoscar Hernandez, to be in the mix for Tanner Scott. I mean, what the Dodgers are doing right now, enjoy it. We're never going to see it again. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 years from now, we're never going to see this again. It's not a hyperbolic, exaggerated take to say that this truly is. You guys, as far as Shohei Otani's pitching in 2025, we've got some updates on that front as well, and that is that he continues to progress well from surgery. Shohei underwent arthroscopic surgery to fix a labrum tear that he suffered in Game 2 of the World Series on a slide, and initially they had said it was a shoulder subluxation. It was a labrum tear. Thankfully, it wasn't on that front shoulder that is going to potentially sap you of your power or just lead to a longer recovery time to get your power back. So that definitely was the silver lining there. You almost dodged a bullet if you're the Dodgers on that injury. And Dodgers general manager Brandon Gomes, he said about Shohei Ohtani's injury status and his progress, he's progressing well and continuing to check the boxes along the way. He's in a good place, and we'll keep seeing where he's at as we get closer to spring training. And then Dave Roberts, he said recently about Shohei Ohtani and when he will pitch, we are not going to start him pitching until May. So if you've been watching the show the entire offseason, that's what I've been saying, is that what I was hearing is that we wouldn't see Shohei Ohtani until at least May. And there are people in the comments on Instagram saying, oh, you'll be ready for the beginning of the season. Da-da-da. No, that's what has been the plan for Shohei for quite some time, because they are not going to rush a guy back that just had a 50-50 season, played his first postseason, played through injury, and is making it back from his second Tommy John. They know that it's about October for Shohei. It's not about April or May or anything in between. And look, make no mistake about it. The biggest storyline, I won't say one of, the biggest storyline for the Dodgers heading into the 2025 season is, how will Shohei Ohtani pitch? Will we get ace level, top 5, top 10, dominant Shohei Ohtani, where you're seeing him hit triple digits with a heater, where you're seeing devastating sweepers and splitters, and him reestablish himself as a Cy Young candidate coming off another MVP season? Will we see him win the MVP and Cy Young the same year at any point with his time in LA with the Dodgers? I mean, that's going to be the biggest storyline. And we know the stats. We know the odds are against Shohei Ohtani. In fact, been 101 pitchers that have gotten a second Tommy John surgery, and a quarter of those guys never pitched in the show again. And the most seasons that any pitcher has pitched after the two Tommy Johns is, I mean, before that was John Farrell, and you had Nathan Eovaldi coming through and having success, and he threw 114 in 2/3 innings. The numbers will say that a second Tommy John, it's unlikely that you're going to regain your status as an elite pitcher for a long stretch. But look no further than Nathan Eovaldi. 7 seasons, 13.5 WAR, a sub-4 ERA. So he really is the model. And we have to also see how this brace surgery is going to work. This new surgery that is a variation of Tommy John that was developed by Jeff Dugas that reattaches the ligament with an internal brace. It's the newer version of Tommy John surgery, and the hope is that the pitcher comes back faster, that he's more effective, and he avoids further injury. And that's the surgery that Shohei Ohtani had in 2023. And it's also the one that Spencer Strider had and Jacob deGrom had. So it's an unknown, but I just think that the same rules that applied to any player that's ever played this game don't apply to Shohei Ohtani, because you know what their nicknames weren't? It wasn't the unicorn. He's unicorn. He's one of one. He is once in a sport. So I'm not betting against Shohei Ohtani, and it's definitely the mindset, hey, if there's anyone that's ever played this game that can find a way to return from a second Tommy John and beat the odds and go back to being elite for a long stretch, it's Shohei Ohtani. And the truth is, he had a 50-50 season rehabbing. I mean, I was reminding you guys all off season, all throughout the season, this dude was putting up those MVP numbers, making history as an injured pitcher. Not bad for an injured pitcher to be the first 50-50 guy in the history of the sport. So right now, I have high hopes for Shohei just because I trust the work ethic. I trust the fact that the baseball gods have delivered us something that we just have never seen. Like I said, if there's one guy that can do it, it is Mr. Shohei Otani. But let me know down below in the comment section. I mean, Otani had his mom in charge of his money in Japan. She gave him an allowance of $1,000 a month, and he only spent $2,000 that year. His focus is about winning and being the best and not about the money. Yeah, exactly. And that's something that I've talked about on this show and in the video I did about Shohei Otani was that exact story right there. And it's pretty incredible. I mean, he was living in the dorms in Japan when he was in the NPB, when players that make his money are usually living in really nice condos, and his mom was responsible for his money because this guy is about one thing and one thing only, and that's being the best baseball player to ever play this game.
まずカリフォルニアの大規模な山火事による被災からご無事であったこと安心しました。避難されているとのことで大変な思いをしていると思います。早期に収まることをお祈りしています。2度目のトミー・ジョン手術からということでその点が心配で無理のない復帰になるでしょう。しかしおっしゃっていたように過去に例のないことを成し遂げるのがユニコーンである大谷選手。いきなりサイヤングは難しいでしょうがエースレベルの投球を期待してしまいますね。順調な調整とともにまたマウンドに立つ姿を今からとても楽しみにしています。